It is officially my last night on Phu Quoc Island. I'm leaving for Ho Chi Minh City, which is also known as Saigon, tomorrow morning. I've spent 3 nights and 4 days here, and I wish I could have stayed longer. It is time for my final dinner here, so I'll be heading to Phu Quoc Night Market yet again. I came here before to have a seafood buffet with a lot of Vietnamese style barbecue seafood options. I've already done a video on it, and I highly recommend to anyone visiting Phu Quoc to go try out barbecued seafood at the night market. But if you're not looking for a whole buffet and you want to try different things from different stalls, then in this video I'll be sharing 3 Vietnamese snacks that you must try at the night market. Number 1. The Vietnamese Fresh Spring Roll. I'd been seeing a lot of these everywhere, but I hadn't had a chance to try. It did not look like a regular Chinese or Thai spring roll because those are deep fried. This was fresh, it was not deep fried, it was not shallow fried, which meant that it was not unhealthy. It's basically prawns, spinach, rice noodles, and spring onions wrapped in rice paper, which makes it super healthy and almost like a prawn salad, but one that is shaped like a roll. First step when eating anything outside should obviously be to sanitize your hands, because this is a very hot and humid island and you're going to be building up a lot of dirt on your hands. The Vietnamese spring roll is a 10 out of 10 for me. I cannot recommend this enough. I thought it might be very bland and uninteresting because it wasn't deep fried like the spring rolls I'm used to, but that wasn't the case. The dip that comes with it, it's the star of the show. You cannot have it without the dip. And the dip should not be treated like a condiment on the side. It is an integral part of this dish. It does get a bit messy eating this roll because it's wrapped in this flimsy rice paper. It starts falling apart quite quickly once you start eating it. And as you can tell, a lot of my noodles ended up in the dipping sauce, which is why I won't really recommend sharing this with anyone. And now, because I'd eaten something super healthy, I was craving something a bit unhealthy. Life is all about balance. Snack number 2, the potato twister. I felt like having fries or something like that, and these potato twisters I'd been seeing everywhere, but I didn't really order them before because they were mostly being served at stalls where pork items were also being fried, and I don't want my potatoes smelling or tasting like pork, for halal reasons obviously. So I found a stall that was only doing these potatoes and there was no other item being fried there. Okay, so these potato twisters have many names. There's the potato twister, there's tornado potato, spiral potatoes. In some parts of the world they're called spring potatoes. And my favorite name out of all of these is the rotato potato. I think it's a fabulous name for this. So this isn't really exclusive to Vietnam. You can find these in many countries. I think I've had them in Austria. I've had them in England where I used to live. I've had them in Pakistan where I'm from. And now I've found them in Vietnam. I think fried potatoes are a universally sought after dish. They can unite the whole world. If there was a United Nations run by food items, I think fried potatoes would be the Secretary General of food for sure. Anyway, I didn't really notice anything uniquely Vietnamese about these ones. They were like a regular fried potato, but I'm not really complaining about them. Potatoes and fried, there's really not much to complain about. I just thought there would be some seasoning or some condiment with it that would be exclusive to Vietnam, but they just added regular ketchup with it. The only difference was texture. Normally these potato twisters are crispy on the outside with just a little bit of softness on the inside. These, however, were so crispy, it felt like a bag of potato crisps on a stick and not a freshly fried potato. I'm not complaining, just pointing it out. Snack number 3, fresh fruit ice cream. Finally, I had to get something sweet because it was time for dessert. And in this weather, it obviously had to be ice cream. And let's face it, these ice cream stalls are so tempting with these sights and these sounds. Also, how can you not want fresh fruit in your ice cream after seeing these fruit displays. I love a good coconut ice cream, and I love when they put fresh coconut shavings in it. It adds so much to the texture. Last time I had coconut ice cream like this was over a year ago in Malaysia, and I was really craving it, so I knew this is what I wanted. Despite Pakistan having such a hot climate and so many fruit varieties, we really don't have much of an ice cream game. Yes, obviously you can find ice cream here and you can find ice cream with fresh fruit, but it's usually some overpriced international chain brand that serves it. There's no culture of cheap and readily available and hygienic fresh fruit ice cream stalls everywhere. Maybe this could be your next startup idea if you're an entrepreneur watching this from Pakistan. After binge eating these snacks, I decided I really did not have room for anything else. I felt like with these snacks and the seafood buffet I had the other day, I had done justice to Phu Quoc night market. I thought it was time to wrap up my last night in Phu Quoc with a foot massage, and just as I was leaving to go look for a massage, this happened. Guys, मैंने इंतहाई पाकिस्तानी हरकत की है. मैं पे करना भूल गई. मैं आइसक्रीम खा के उठ के आ गई हूँ. फिर काफ़ी आगे चली गई थी. अब मैं वापस जा रही हूँ because मैंने पे नहीं किया और मुझे अभी suddenly realize हुआ है. So I hope they haven't closed और उनको ये ना लगे कि पाकिस्तानी जो है ना आ जाते हैं और पैसे नहीं देते. Sorry, I forgot. 30,000? Okay. So embarrassing. सामने बड़ा बड़ा लिखा हुआ है 30,000 and I forgot. And that is the end of my time in Phu Quoc. I hope you guys enjoyed touring Phu Quoc Island with me. Anyone looking for an alternative to the super busy and commercial islands in Thailand, Malaysia, etc. should definitely check out Phu Quoc Island in Vietnam. And for my Pakistani friends, you also get visa on arrival on green passports. That's all from Phu Quoc. Stay tuned for more of my adventures from Vietnam, and don't forget to subscribe, because I'll be headed to Ho Chi Minh City next, and you can check out my first day and first impressions of Ho Chi Minh City, formerly called Saigon, in my next video.